what was the particular, argument, and what kind of doctrine did you use to defeat him when you mentioned Jesus wasn't God?
Alhamdulillah, that's an excellent question. A lot of it, as I have gotten older, has faded from me, but the vivid memory I remember from that particular debate was he stood up, the Reverend, and he began to question certain things as it relates to Jesus' divinity. Specifically, he was talking about Jesus being divine and the fact that he knew everything before it happened, and that he gave a couple of, Bible quotes that he twisted to try to substantiate that. So I came back with a story from Mark, and I asked him, I said, do we all agree that God knows everything? He said, yes. Will we all agree that God knows every piece of iota, even the smallest atom that he's created on this planet? And the Reverend said, of course. I said, so that means that he knows how every single living thing will act or respond to any situation. He said, that's correct. I said, so Jesus was of those qualities? He said, correct. I said, so then explain to me the story of the fig tree in Mark, where Jesus wanted figs, and he looked for the nearest fig tree, and he saw the tree. And because the trees had no figs, he cursed the tree. It withered at its roots. I said, why would Jesus curse a tree that he knew figs were out of season on? Why would he curse this tree? Wouldn't he know that that tree had no figs on it, that it was out of season? How could this individual be the Almighty God if he couldn't even tell that a fig tree that he created was out of season? He said, you're taking it literally, it's figuratively. I said, well, aren't we supposed to take that he's God literally? He said, yeah, but I said, what did you mean? So then I said, explain to me the Trinity. He said, well, the Trinity is like water. Water can be ice. He said, water can be snow, and water can be rain. I said, but they're all the same. I said, but if they were all the same, why do you call it snow when it comes down as opposed to water? I said, why do you call it ice instead of water? He said, well, that's because it's in a different state. I said, but you said that it's all the same thing. I said, how could one thing be three at the same time? I said, it's a paradigm that can't be answered because it's either one or three. I said, in mathematics, the absolute value of a thing is its quantity. Three can't be one and one can't be three. I said, if they're both the same, then math, let's take our textbooks, everybody, and collectively throw them out the window. And then the whole crowd stood up like, ah! So, mashallah, it was a good experience. And that was, I think, the turning point where I realized, because I knew it wasn't me. It was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who wanted the people in that room that night to take shahada. It was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who wanted to use me as a vessel by which to communicate a message to a larger group. It was Allah who wanted to even show that Reverend the truth. Allah gives us all opportunities. Some of us accept those opportunities and some of us reject them.